Happy Monday, fam, and welcome to my first official YouTube video. If you know me, you've probably heard me talk about wanting to create a space on YouTube for years now, and I attribute a lot of my procrastination to my desire to create perfect work. So I figured it made sense to dedicate my first YouTube video to perfectionists like me who are having a hard time overcoming that voice in our heads that says it needs to be just right instead of just trying. My perfectionism is actually really closely tied with my desire to be liked. There's a voice in my head that always tells me that I need to be perceived in a certain way, whether that be intelligent or on top of things or capable. And interestingly, that desire to produce work the first time around that is perfect and gets all of the checks is in odds with trying new things and not being good at them. It's really interesting because in many ways, my perfectionism makes it hard for me to even ask for support. And that lack of even permission that I give myself to try something new and be really bad at it has prevented me from doing a lot of things that I think I would be good at. Prime example, creating videos. I think we're really lucky to have access almost instantly to masters on YouTube who are professional storytellers, who are incredibly captivating on camera, who do just a great job of capturing our attention for short bursts of time. And interestingly, anytime I've attempted to do that, I've always found it super frustrating that there is such a big gap between the people who I admired on YouTube and where I was performing. And I told myself that until I was a master at this craft of telling stories and captivating an audience on YouTube, no one would want to watch the content that I produce. In the process, I didn't give myself any space to even try. And that lack of permission to just take reps, right? And try my hand at making a video, editing a video, recognizing that, hey, like here are the 10 things that I might have done differently. And then incorporate those learnings to get gradually step by step better. I said, hey, if I'm not going to be at the top of the staircase today when I start, why even try? And so my partner sat me down the other day after hearing enough of me saying, yeah, I'm gonna start a YouTube channel. And she asked me why I didn't just sit down in front of a camera and record myself. And so that's what we're doing today. I challenged myself to sit down and get my thoughts out on video instead of writing out scripts and comparing my notes to what exists on YouTube already, and then editing my transcript accordingly to become someone or to produce content that I think people will like, instead of produce content that's true to me and to my experience. Today, I want to tell you about an activity that actually inspired some creative risk-taking in me. A couple weeks ago, my partner hosted a surprise event in a park for 6 of our closest friends. No one had any idea what we were doing before we showed up, but we got there and she announced to the rest of us that we'd be doing a paint along with Bob Ross.
Hello, I'm Bob Ross, and I'd like to welcome you. First of all, let me take just a moment to thank you for allowing me back into your homes. If this is your first time with us, let me extend a personal invitation for you to drag out your oil paints and paint along with us each week.
If you're like me, you may have found yourself watching one of Bob Ross's many 20-some minute videos where within such a short amount of time, this man is able to take colors on an easel, blend them in magical ways, and tell a story not only in the art, but in how he treats people. There's almost a Mr. Rogers-esque warmness to the way that he brings positivity and frankly encourages people at all levels of artistry to just take a chance and create.
We don't make mistakes. We have happy accidents.
And that was probably the best part of our experience during this event, where the group had such varied levels of experience painting. Frankly, I hadn't painted since 6th grade art class. And so at first I was incredibly uncomfortable because I was worried that the product that I'd produce would just look incredibly bad. I was so concerned that my trees would show up right, or I wouldn't blend the sunset properly, or that my water wouldn't look magical enough. And something about being in an environment with my closest friends, all of whom were just a little uncomfortable, almost gave us all the permission together to just try. And it was fascinating. There were many opportunities where I saw the perfectionist in me really come out, whether it be getting the color absolutely correctly blended to match what Bob had on the screen, getting the proportions of what goes in the background perfect, even setting up the structure of the painting correctly. And one part that I felt incredibly liberating was the fact that things don't always have to be the same. My painting didn't need to look anything like Bob's painting in order for me to have a blast doing it. And that's the part that resonated with me the most. The idea that my content doesn't need to look a particular way in order for people to like it, but it gets to serve as just a first step to creating more and to finding my voice and to frankly just making progress. And so if you're finding it hard to just take the first step and give something that you're excited to do, but it's a little out of your comfort zone to try, come join me. Let's do it together. Take care. Happy Monday, fam. Happy Monday, fam. Happy Monday, fam. Happy Monday, fam. My name is Amit, and welcome to my first official YouTube video. Hey. I'm dripping sweat, I can feel it.